Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Indie Hour podcast.
Yeah, guys. So today we got some musical talent with us. We got 22 Jacks and we got Zach. What's going on, boys?
What's going on?
Oh, shit, man. I mean, this weather, though, you know? Hot, cold. Make up your mind, you know?
Been off and on, dude.
Dude, I can't.
So tell us, man. Tell us how did it all start? Where did your musical journey begin? And, where'd you, pick up your passion for your music?
I mean, music has always been a big part of me. Growing up in group homes or foster homes my whole life, it's always been out. I never really made music. Not until I came home from jail. I did an 18-month bid, came home, and it was like my therapy. You know what I mean? I didn't know I could make music. You know what I mean? Then I did. And at first it was like, do I do this? Keep going. And it's been like that ever since then. I mean, that was end of 2018. So.
Nice, yeah. Nice. You never know what really is going to start your passion, but now you're here on your journey, and from what I've seen, you have a definitely deep passion for it. So that's very inspirational. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, me and him, we're into music first before all the podcast stuff, and you just never know, like, until you find your passion, what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of just finds you, but it's weird how life works.
It's just crazy because whenever you think about it, it's like you don't find out what you truly love until you realize it's been 7 years and you haven't stopped. You know what I mean? Like, until you feel like you're stubborn. You're like, who's going anywhere? Not me. You know what I mean?
Right.
It just, I don't know. For me, it just fuels me. Like someone says, oh, I don't like that song. Well, guess what? 10 million other people might. You know what I mean? And guess what? I got a song for you too.
Yep.
So that's how I look at it.
Yeah. And see, that's a positive outlook.
Yeah,
I love it.
You have to keep it positive. If you go negative, bro, it goes downhill fast.
Yeah. Part of the journey, man.
Yeah,
for sure. Yep. And I mean, music's one of those things where you're going to have, so many like different critics and stuff like that. You definitely have to believe in yourself. You definitely have to have that passion, stuff like that, to keep it going. I mean, really in anything in life, it seems like, the haters, as they would say, like, are going to attract. You're going to see them way more than you do see the sport. So when you see that sport, obviously it's like, it helps everything come to fruition and have that meaning behind it for sure. Yep.
Shit.
So who would you say, I mean, we were talking before the camera started rolling, you were saying, it was kind of hard for you to define yourself to one genre, but who would you say would be probably like the top three, musicians or artists that you would say inspired you the most when getting started?
When I was a kid, it was Eminem. He was definitely big. Now, not so much. I don't really like his new stuff. I'm a fan of the old Eminem. Not like the funny Eminem. Like, I like the 8 Mile Road or the Eminem. I like I like the gritty Eminem back when it was, he was grinding for this shit when he really, I wouldn't say cared, but cared. That's what I'm gonna say. That was when I was a kid though. Now, as far as making music, Lil Baby is my favorite artist. Right. Everybody's like, oh, I can't understand, bro, or oh, I don't know, like what? No, ain't no way. I'm like, the man's fire. If you listen to what he says, you gotta actually listen. And that's people's problems today. They don't listen to what people say. They like, oh, I make music. That's already going in one ear and out the other. Because there's so many musicians, there's so many artists. But if you like somebody, like, you listen to what they say. Now, also, country music is huge to me too. Like, I love the mixture of it. I listen to everything though. Like, I go to classical, Billy Joel, huge fan. I go to rock, I'm thinking Metallica. I really don't like the heavy rock too much. I'm more of like a Breaking Benjamin kind of guy.
Oh yeah.
But I listen to everything. I feel like that diversity gives you that.
Oh yeah.
That extra spark.
Yep. And I feel like the more of a wide musical variety that you listen to and stuff like that, like, you grow as an artist. So like you have so much more depth to like who you are as an artist for sure. Yeah.
A lot more concepts.
Yep.
People lack concept when they rap.
Yeah.
So
I remember those days back in the work truck, man. We was listening to your freestyles and stuff like that. We was jamming out in the truck, man. Those were the days.
Yeah. The throwback days.
So, like,
that was just raw stuff.
Before we started filming, we were trying to we asked you what you consider like your genre, and that previous question we were just talking about, it kind of rang in my head. So like, what would you like if you had to say, like, even if you had to create a genre right now, what would you say your genre falls under, like your type of music?
If I had to go by what's on paper, the options that it would be like for my distribution and what you see on the, what it is, it would be hip hop and rap more than likely. But I like to do everything. I have a few rock rap. I have like the country rap vibes. Like, I'm not talking country or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But like, it'll be more of a country thing. Like my old lady's country. I'm a city boy at heart, always been. And like the country shit, it fascinates me. I love it. Like I love the peace and the quiet. I love the land. I love a lot being stacked on top. I'm from Baltimore, so I'm used to being stacked on top of, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like another
Close
house,
proximity.
another apartment. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, I love that shit. So like, I take different aspects and put that in my music. Like the country rap is, I get like a country beat, I would say, and I'd rap on it or sing or harmonize. I do a little bit of everything for it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, rock, rap, country rap, sad rap. You know, I guess if I had to define it in my own terms though, it'd be vibe rap. I like making music off the vibe. If I feel a certain way, I'll sit there and write. If I start getting stumped on it, I go at it home. I go inside, I go, you know, smoke, you know, I just chill. And then I'll wait for it to come back to me, because if it's flowing, it's gonna flow.
Yeah.
Like so many people ask me all the time. They're like, "Bro, why do you make music?" I go to the studio at least once a week. I'm in there at least once a week for at least 4 hours, because that's what I need to do. It's my therapy. I take what I did, even if I don't make a banger, I made something, and that could be made into a banger. We create beats. We do everything from the start to the finish. And like me and Hollywood, we just go in there and kill it. But like I said, it's all based off the vibe.
Yeah. And like, so like, you know, one of my, at least like right now, like, you know, the kick I'm on is like, you know, like the country rap, like Broadway Girls. There was another one, Big X a Plug.
Yeah, the one that just came out. Yeah, Big X is fire.
Yeah, that one was fire. I mean, and like you're more like
him and Billy Zimmerman song.
Yeah,
fire.
Yeah, and you're seeing that more and more now, and I love how that integration.
Bro, I would love to work with a country artist. If y'all see this, I need it. For real.
Hey, y'all
heard it.
Yeah, y'all heard it here.
Chase Matthews. What's good?
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember the guy's name, but I'm definitely gonna figure it out. But there's a guy that's local here. That's
is his name G?
I don't know, but
maybe one of our boys knows him, and he was singing on the first level down at Real, like live one night. Him and I think it was a second artist with him, but he was headlining technically down there at like the live talent. And yeah, he was killing it. That'd be a really good collaboration to have you and him. Yeah.
Sure. We'll
find him, because I definitely like talk to him in DMs and stuff. So like, I'll find him and pass his information along. See if he's interested. Yep. Sure. So, you know, obviously having so many different genres, that's going to be hard for you to maybe like define or to answer this question. But what would you say is like your creative process when you're sitting down and like deciding, okay, we're going to hit the studio, we're going to, you know, start our next project?
So 9 times out of 10, I'm stuck in my head. I'm out there smoking and I'm thinking I'm not doing enough. And then a concept will pop up, or I'll think of something like, you know, whether I'm feeling sad, I'll go find a sad beat. I'll freestyle over the first, first of all, I'll go through the songs. Within the first 10 seconds, I can tell if it hasn't dropped yet, it ain't for me. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get right into it. 10 seconds, 15 seconds. The hook should be started. You know what I mean? And the hook is the bread and butter. That's everything. People don't care about the verse. I do, but people don't. And the verse, if it's catchy, they'll run it back. That's why most of my songs are 2 minutes to 2 minutes and 50 seconds. I have some songs over 3 minutes, but not really. There's no point.
Yeah. All right. So that's a question I would love to ask you this. So that nowadays, that's what you see a lot is like, you know, 2 minutes, 2:30. When, you know, 5, 6, 7 years ago, it was like 3:30. So like, I know I heard it once before. There's a reasoning behind it. But like, what is like from an artist? What is the reasoning?
So for me, it's just, audience retention is huge in the algorithm. You know what I mean? For any SEO, over any platform. People don't like to sit there and watch it for long periods of time. They don't like to listen to things. If it's like, if they feel as though it's too repetitive, you know what I mean? They'll turn it. Anything nowadays. It's like, people want to see the fast shit. Like, for instance, reels. They want to see 10 to 15 second reels. They want to see funny stuff fast. They don't want to wait 10 minutes to hear it. You know what I'm saying? To see what, you know, so that's what, same thing with music, you know, you want to get your message, but like me, I'm a straight to the point person. So sometimes it's hard to elaborate. I'll do 2 verses and I'll give you 2 hooks. You know what I'm saying? The same hook twice, 2 verses, and it'd be under 2 minutes and 20 seconds. And my logic behind it is, okay, people don't want to listen to it. Well, I'm gonna make something that you're going to want to listen to, and then you can put it on repeat.
Right. Yeah. And I was about to say that, like, we have a song. He's actually a vlogger, but he does music as well. He's very, multi-talented. His name's Nick Nersina. He used to be actually a videographer for Nelk, and he actually went off on his own and started doing vlogs, and he's been killing it on the YouTube grind, but he does music as well, and like underestimates the shit out of people. And he had a song called Money Conversations that just came out. It's only like a little over 2 minutes, like 2:20, somewhere in there.
Okay.
And yeah, because it's so short, you end up listening to it like 15 times in a weekend. You're like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Catchy.
Yep.
You gotta think about it, bro. How many times do they play shit on the radio? How many times you go into a store and you hear that same song every time you go in there? You know what I mean? Think about it. It's like the little things people miss. I pay attention to. Like, you hear the same songs everywhere until you don't want to hear them no more. But your mind doesn't care. It's still there.
You go to the CVS, man. You hear the same 4 songs every time you walk in there.
And as a musician, social media is so big because like you're releasing those teasers that before a song drops, and the person's already hearing the melody of it. They're already like, oh man, that hook's fire. Like I can't wait for that song to come out, and just building up so many hype. I've seen so many successful artists do that on TikTok and Instagram. They push their stuff out on those platforms with the that retention, because today's society is like so hooked on short form content. It's the meta now. So it's like, yeah, you got to release your long form, but the short form is where it's your bread and butter. It's where you're going to get the best results from the algorithm. Yep, for sure.
Definitely. So like with your music, where does your personal life integrate with your music?
Literally, like I just said, therapy. It's my therapy. Like, so if I'm going through something, I try not to make my music so personal.
Okay.
Because I don't want anybody to ever feel attacked by my music. But if you feel attacked, fuck it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because it probably am talking about you. I mean, that's just me. If I don't like you, I don't like you. But I try to make it. I try to take what I'm feeling and make a storyline from it. You know what I mean? So that there is truth behind it, and at the same time, it's like people, like, because I'm gonna deliver this shit so well that you're gonna be like, damn, will he really do that? Yeah, I will. I'm not gonna talk about it and waste my breath. But like, I don't know. That was just my therapy. I try to put it in someone else's eyes and how try to make a storyline from it. The easier it is to make music when it's so easy to make music when you have a storyline in your head, when you have a thought process, when you're like, this is what I want the song to be about. Concept. Hook is concept. Stay on concept. 8 bars. Give them something crazy. Say something crazy for 8 more bars for a verse. 12 bars. I mean, go ahead and give them something short. Nobody does 16s no more. I do when I get features, but like, give them a 12. You know what I mean? Make it fire. Let the hook run back. That's what people do. And so I guess just life. Life is how I make my music, and I don't think I'll ever stop making music.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have a process, and like when something comes from the heart, something comes from like your personal life.
Oh yeah.
I just feel like that's stronger, and your passion's more into it. So when like you're delivering that in your music, it just will reflect that passion and what you're going through, or what you're dealing with, and it just delivers a better result, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So yeah.
So when doing our research, we noticed that last year your song For Y'all. So that had a lot of movement, a lot of passion behind it. It seemed like a passion project for sure. And and you were featured on WCT. So tell us about that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So For Y'all, it's crazy. Like, so it started, like the whole thing started. I was actually sitting in my office room, and I was smoking, and it was like, I don't know, like 10 or 11 o'clock. And I'm just in there. I was actually talking to my old manager. He's actually like a very close friend to me. I would even call him Pops. His name's Scott. He was in there smoking with me. We were talking, and I just felt like I was having writer's block. And at first the song was just, I was already in like a sad feeling. So I picked like a song that could relate on a sad term. And then I started talking about, I lost some friends, I lost some loved ones to fentanyl. And then I came up with the hook, and I was like, I do this for y'all. You know what I mean? So I don't know, it just came so fluently. Like the song I wrote the song within an hour, recorded it the next day with Hollywood.
Wow.
Yeah, like the song was, it was crazy. And I had an open verse, and I was going to write a second verse to it. And then I just thought to myself, I really wanted a female presence on it. So we got Lady Dice. She's popular for her song Sugar Boom Boom that blew up. She kind of, went up from there. So we thought, why not? You know what I'm saying? And she's lost people. We've all lost people. If you don't know anybody directly, you know of someone who has. You know what I mean? And we all dealt with losing someone in any way. It's hard. But the fact that they're putting in, and like the shit started out for me, it was just a song. You know what I mean? But then I started putting stuff into it. Then I thought about it. We made an event about it. We went to the news channel. We tried to find Mr. Beast. We went to Greenville. We even made a billboard. I have a picture of my truck.
I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah,
driving around.
You know what I'm saying? And Mr. Beast, we were looking for him, and we found his property. We were on his property, and his people. We had video of his people, like Mr. Beast's people, telling us we couldn't be on private property. We had to leave. We were in Greenville. We were at his fucking at the little place, you know, the Mr. Beast games and shit that they're building out there. Yeah, we were there. We were on the dirt, literally on the fucking dirt, and they told us we couldn't be there. I said, why? All we're trying to do is get you to help sponsor this. You have the biggest following in the world, and you're right here in North Carolina, and you can't even get behind it. You didn't have to show up. Yeah. We said, all we wanted to do was talk to you and give you this flyer. We even told him, can we give it to you so you can give it to him? No, we don't accept it. What? Okay. It's corny. I can send you the video. We have that too. We have everything, bro. Like, we did everything for that event. We went to the news when multiple news stations posted it. WECT was the biggest one. The radio stations got behind it for free. Yeah, we had people donate, you know, so that we could get merch out. We have T-shirts for the For Y'all event still. We have 2 more totes of them. We sold 3 while we were there. We got together, made acquaintances with the North Carolina Fentanyl victim unit and a whole bunch of nonprofits. The FentVic was a huge one. Patricia Drews, she was another great advocate for, you know, fentanyl awareness. There were so many nonprofits that we just got together and we made it a big event. Even though it could have been way bigger than it was, like there was still a decent amount of people that cared, that came. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that awareness is much needed. Like, people are losing people. Like, one of the nonprofits lost her daughter. Like the person that owns it, her name's Barbara Walsh. Her daughter passed away because she drunk a water bottle.
Yeah, I heard that when you were telling the WCT. Yeah. Damn.
Like, bro, it's crazy.
And that's crazy. It's not just in some of the substances that people are doing. It's in other things. It comes across and comes into contact with stuff. It's like crazy.
It's in everything, man.
Yeah.
The stories made it personal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Long story short, all the stories that you get, the comments, you can go through and read the comments on the post, on my YouTube, on my video. Like, bro, my messages get flooded every day with people like, I'm so sorry, great song. I commented from another account. I said, keep going. People need this. And I do this for y'all. Like, I make music for people. I make music for people that want to hear music. Like, you want to hear feeling. I want to believe what you're saying. You know, I can't believe that shit, bro. You know what I mean? I need to believe what you're saying to like your music.
Yep.
Y'all just heard what happened in Leland. All 21 stores got busted and had fentanyl in their dab cards, man. I was like, dude, that's crazy.
No, it's definitely a problem. So, I mean, hats off to you, bro. That's definitely a great message.
I want to ask, so, like, just listening to you, like, the passion just radiates from you when you're talking about your music. And I love that. I do. I absolutely love that. But, and, like, it's emotional, too, that, you know, a passion and emotion is driving you, and I can see that. But is it ever to a point that you've ever considered like, dude, like, this is just too much on me. Like, you know, I'm going to stop doing this, or I'm going to take a break from this.
I have 2 kids and I have a wife, you know what I mean? And balancing your personal life and music is hard because there's sacrifices you have to make. There's going to be time periods where I'm gone for the weekend or I'm gone for the week, you know what I'm saying? But my family is my number one priority. Above all, they come first. You know what I mean? Right. So that's just the biggest thing, and that's what makes it hard, is not feeling like you're there enough or not feeling like you're good enough making music, or
that balance.
So I do a pretty good job balancing it. Sometimes it slips, sometimes it leans in the favor of one way or the other, but finding that perfect balance will keep you going. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to be sane. I don't think I'm sane. You don't have to be sane to keep it going. You just have to be, and I wouldn't even say stable. You just have to be stubborn. You know what I mean? You gotta be stubborn, bro.
I love that.
Yeah. You got to think about, like, I mean, then like a workout. Workouts aren't going to be fun, but the result's going to be worth it.
Think about it, bro. That person made it because they did not quit.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's all it is.
And what I probably say it once every pod is just like, you got the people like, you and people like us that just like continue it because, you have to have some sort of passion to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's not for everybody. And like, people think, post a video, 1 or 2 videos, I didn't blow up, they quit. You know, it's not, you got to continue. There's people that's out here for 8 years before they got their first big drop.
I've seen people drop songs the first night and expect to wake up in the morning with millions of views and wake up in tears. I've seen them wake up in tears because they love this shit and they thought wrong. They thought it just happens overnight. It does occasionally, but if you love it, keep on working on it, because that's gonna make them tears feel so much better when you're smiling. When you're smiling with that stack of bread and your family's okay. Like people say money don't buy happiness. I'm already happy, bitch. I give you some money. You know what I mean? No, I'm already happy.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's the thing. Some people like, and I've heard this from musicians, like, you work on a song, you worked on a song for 3 months and you post it, you don't get no streams, nothing. But you maybe you worked on something that you did in a day, you recorded it and finished it in a day and it blows up. So it's just like that continuation of like, you keep putting stuff out because you never know when you're going to get your big break.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why I have so many different kinds of music. That's why I don't like to categorize myself, because he might not like that song, but someone else does. And I got something you like too. You know what I mean? So like, just keep going through the catalog. People look at one song, if they like it, they go look at the catalog. If they don't like it, they throw that shit out. You know what I mean? Give it a second chance.
Hey man, I like the music.
Yeah, and we do too.
So
Streaming on all platforms.
Otherwise, you've been lying to me for how many years?
So what would you say to, because you've been in a while, what would you say to an aspiring musician, maybe somebody that just started out trying to get their feet wet in the space? Like, what kind of advice would you give them?
Stay true to yourself. You know what I mean? Stay true to yourself. That's the best way to be. That when someone asked me who is Jax, when I first started this shit out, I was talking about getting a manager, getting a publisher. I didn't have shit to manage. You need something to manage. You need to be marketable and you need to be stubborn. If you feel like you're about to quit, don't. You could blow up tomorrow, bro. You do not know. And like people say, bro, that music doesn't pop for 2 years and it blows. Russ's first song did not blow up for 2 years. He made albums. And you know what I'm saying? Albums went by, and then that one song blew up. Then this shit took off.
Yep.
And so
then he had so many opportunities.
Yeah.
Yep.
And don't be scary. Work with people. And if it makes you money and it makes them money, then it probably makes sense. So,
I mean, that's it. What was it? Floyd Mayweather or somebody said, if it makes money, it makes sense. Like,
it's facts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like, I mean, that's exactly what we've been saying this whole time is keep going. So, I mean, that's good advice because like I said, 1 or 2 songs don't make it, morale's low, quitting, don't do it.
And don't care about what no one else says, because guess what? The people that say that your music is trash probably think your shit's fire. Like, they probably low-key listen to it.
If you didn't have haters, you ain't doing it right.
Exactly. Right. First of all, let me tell you something. If a hater comments some hate, hate is the best form of love. You know why? Because it pays you.
Feeds that algorithm.
Pays you. It pays you, bro. I get paid for the comments. Keep on posting. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, when we first started this, we had, hate comments too. And it felt us to be able to come back and like, okay, let's restructure.
People literally hate you because they ain't you. Right. That's what it is, bro. Like, if they're not doing it and they see someone else doing it and succeeding, if not progressing, they hate it.
To see somebody doing good because they can't stand to see me win. That's the problem.
Yeah.
If they can't stand to see you win, tell them to sit down.
Yeah. Sit down and watch. Yeah. Exactly. So here's a great question that, that when Ryan was creating these questions, coming up with them and I was helping, I really love this question. So you're not signed to a label, correct? No. Okay. So being an independent artist, not signed to a label, how does that kind of like, what kind of struggles or challenges, come about with having, not having a label to kind of progress?
Not having knowledge on shit. It makes it very stressful because you don't know what you're working towards. Example, people say, "Oh, paying for plays it sucks," whatever. Bro, Google Ads is your best friend. Google Ads gets it in front of an entire audience. And guess what? If you're progressing, you're gonna see that your shit is doing its own numbers too. Because you could tell what comes from a Google ad, and you could tell what comes from your numbers. It's all in your shit.
Analytics. Yep.
That's all you gotta look for. What What was the question again? My fault.
So what kind of struggles other than like you said, being not having the knowledge of certain like things like distribution, connection, stuff like that.
That's where I was going with the Google ad thing. Marketing.
Yep.
Marketing is huge. If you're not marketable, stop, because it's not going to, you're wasting your time. If you can't be marketable, then you're not going to make any money. And if you don't think you're going to make any money, the person watching you that you think that you need on your side ain't going to want to be around you neither, because you're not making no money. If you're not making them no money, you're not making yourself no money. You can love someone but so much, but you ain't going to sit there and give your life savings up to somebody that ain't going nowhere. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You need to make people believe in you. That's what it is. Yeah. I mean,
and definitely like in a very competitive industry.
Yeah,
like
bro.
Music and like podcasts the same.
That's why I have an engineer. I don't want to learn that shit. People ask me,
it's hard.
Make your own music. I'm like, bro, I don't have the patience. I would have broke the computer, threw the microphone, stomped on the thing, whatever. You know what I mean?
Nope.
Done.
Focus right. Blake, man, he's still trying to figure that stuff out.
Oh, it's hard. We got into it so naive. When we were doing it years and years ago, we got into it thinking, okay, we'll spend the money on the equipment. Mm-hmm. When you spend the money on the equipment, we had no knowledge at all about audio engineering. We're like, wait, you got to mix. What the hell is mixing? Yes. Mastering? Yeah. And so we took 2 classes at UNCW that just like opened up our eyes to it. And by that time we kind of navigated to, get towards this and stuff. But I mean, it's way more deep than people. Because at that time, and still to this day, YouTube is flooded with different, like what they call YouTube sensations. Yep. I mean, there's a band called Boyce Avenue who's been doing it for probably close to 20 years now. And they're technically the most subscribed YouTube band of all time. They've surpassed Linkin Park, because Linkin Park actually started on YouTube. Crazy. And it's like so crazy. It's 3 brothers from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
R.I.P.
And they're awesome. So, yep, R.I.P. So, I mean, it's so deep in the knowledge and stuff with it.
It's just a push of a button.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. It's crazy.
If it was just a push of a button, we'd all be doing it, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Nah, shit. Let me tell you something. I got an engineer. I have a videographer, because I'm not doing that shit neither. You know what I mean? I got I got people that handle. That's what everybody needs to understand. When people say play your position, that's not demeaning anybody. That's right. I want you to be around, but play your part, play your role. I need a manager. I need a publicist. I need an engineer. I need a videographer. I need someone to talk to. You know what I mean? I need someone to smoke with. Like they all play their role. And like a lot of people don't understand. They try to overstep or try to compare themselves to another person. And it's like, you're knowledgeable in your own way. We love you for that. Do that.
Yep. It's all about having a team that has good cohesion, that can set the goal. They all understand the common path, but they're all playing their separate role. I mean, think about like any sport, any type of team. Like the best team is going to be the ones who know their role, play their role, execute.
Bro, if you go in to walk in there and talk to a label, the first thing they're going to ask you is, do you have a team? Mm-hmm. If you say you're a one-man band, they're going to walk out the door.
Oh, yeah, because there's way more input required.
Bro, like you, one man can't do it all. You give a fuck what nobody says. You cannot. One man can't do it, bro.
And to touch on that marketability, I was thinking of an artist that Ryan actually showed me, Gashi. When he went to his label, he played one of his songs, I guess he made independently, but he played it and he did like a performance to all of these like, older people who like might not even be like, common listeners of his genre, but his like the way that he was able to sell himself, they were like, yeah, we can market him. Yeah. And that's honestly one of the things that got him signed to that label.
Them old dudes don't care.
Yep.
But they want to see
feel
what
that
can
energy
make them money.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If they believe you, then they're going to put that money in you, because if you believe in yourself, then everybody else that listens to you is going to believe you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He had such a great vibe to that. Yeah. To that performance in a conference room in some building. He made something
out of nothing.
Yep.
He's a smart man.
And that's a hard thing, man, to get those people around you too. It's like, because unless like, you already have a following or, you already made it in some type of way, it's hard for like people to like, want to come in and pretty much grind with you to get to that point. Yeah. They want to kind of jump on the board when it's already been working.
Nobody believes you until you do what you said.
Yep. What I always say, because the podcast, like with us just starting, technically actually building it from the first, rendition of it from 2 years ago that we had like done a couple of videos, the real like start of what I I consider the start of, ending our podcast is last September 2024. And like people getting into the ground floor, this thing could blow up in a year and we could be, making 6 figures, 7 figures from it, doing different stuff, having multiple, business ventures and subsidiaries out of them. But like what I call it is equity position. So you build your team whenever it's not making anything. Yes. And then those are the people that really get to see what prosperity it leads to, when it comes to fruition.
That's why I firmly believe in putting it in my team's pockets. If I can put money in my team's pocket, I'm going to. Like, people will say, oh, like a lot of people expect discounts from their friends. Why? If they're helping you make money, give them some bread. Yep. Break them up. They're going to feel great. Like, all my friends, when I make it, the friends that I take with me, my team deserves the benefits of the riches that they help put in. Like you help build this.
There's a rapper, Chris Spell, that actually talks about just that. I don't know which song it is of his, but he talks about like, you know, his team benefiting and everything from that. Yep. Yeah. That's
a standpoint in a lot of my music. Loyalty. Weed, I smoke gas. You know what I mean? So that's going to be a big part of me. I actually have a 420 EP coming out. It's called Zodi. It's probably going to be the first volume of many.
Hell yes. Tell us about that.
I had this song Chain Smoking that's dropping independently. It's dropping as a single on 420 at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the EP is dropping at 12 p.m.
Oh, that's good marketing right there. Yeah, that's a great idea.
So, and that song is also on the EP. It's a 3-song EP. One of them is featuring a very talented local artist. Her name's Ty Breezy. And she's part of TPMG. I
was about to say, they reached out to us. We're going to have them on the podcast here coming up. Yep.
Yeah. I told them from the beginning, you know what I mean? I got them. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not TPMG myself personally, but they're my family. So, and I mean, Ty Breezy, Hollywood, 9-5, all of them. You know, when I take off, it's going to be a thing. I hope we can do it together.
Oh yeah.
And if not, we're still going to be lit.
Yep. Still going to be doing it. Yep.
But yeah, bro, like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I do this shit for them.
So would you say, all right, so what you have released right now, what song or project as of right now is like the one you're most proud of?
Man, I have so much unreleased music that I'm so excited about, bro. So it's hard. It's really hard. Cloud9 on the EP is going to be crazy, bro. Cloud9 on the EP is going to be crazy. But I guess...
Chainsmokers, Cloud9. What's the third song on the EP?
Chainsmokers is going to be stupid. That's featuring Ty Breezy. It's... what did we decide to name that one? Hold on. We have Chainsmokers. We have Chainsmokers. We have Cloud9, and then Get High featuring Ty Breezy. I couldn't decide which one I was going to name that because Cloud9 says that in the song a lot, but Cloud9 is definitely Cloud9. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah. When I heard it, I was like, that's it. Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Chainsmokers is probably going to be the one that's popping though.
Yeah, because I saw the snippet from Instagram and I was
dude, Chainsmoking is definitely
that's my anthem. I smoke some gas. I'm going to put that song on for sure.
There you go. Yeah. What other like platforms or like social media outlets do you like take advantage of?
I primarily use Instagram. Okay. That's where I get my organic reach from. Anything you see, I have a couple of videos that are over 100,000 plays on them, and those are organic. Like I do boost some ads on Instagram, but not really because Apple's corny trying to make me pay a surcharge.
Yeah, that's I was about to say that's
like I have a computer, bro. But let's be real. By the time I get done smoking, I'm not trying to get on the computer. So like that never works out. I end up in the kitchen. You know what I mean? So that's just that's how that shit goes. But
so you're on Spotify?
Yeah, I'm on Spotify.
SoundCloud?
I'm on all platforms. Okay. I actually have distribution through Rock Nation.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we know them from back in the day. You know, we dealt with them when we were doing our stuff and stuff like that because we also produced for a local rapper back in the day. So yeah, we did a couple of songs. You know, he was releasing like a cover EP that we did some stuff with.
Yeah,
so,
we heard Rock Nation. Use DistroKid a little bit more now, just because I don't know. It's like you would think with Rock Nation distribution, you would think that you would get some type of audience. You know what I'm saying? Some type of. It's the name. That's what you're doing it for. No. I make more money with DistroKid. I mean, it is what it is. They don't take a percentage and they give you all of it. I mean, you got to pay a little bit more up front, but who cares? That's your song and it's going to be there forever now.
Yep. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So you're on TikTok as well, though, right? Yeah. So I was going to say TikTok and Instagram, especially pushing
on TikTok. So I mean, it's definitely my biggest fan base, but TikTok kind of fell off. Well, I fell off of TikTok a little bit. So I still got the following, obviously, but I don't really use it. Instagram is definitely my thing. I'm on Facebook as 22 Jacks as well. You can find me on any streaming platform, whatever you listen to, Deezer, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Music, all of them. Apple Music is probably my most played. That's where a lot of people listen to me from. I get around 2K streams every other day.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we're going to put, guys, for all the listeners, viewers, if you're watching this on YouTube, we're going to put their description down below. We're going to put his link tree. That'll just show all the links in one home, one location. So you can click on that and then go and follow him across all of those social media platforms.
Absolutely.
So yeah, the boost, like you were talking about, they're nice because the algorithm links you to like your local, like basically it's your local audience and stuff like that. So it helps with the algorithm based on like location services and stuff that it can do.
It's best to let it run for a few hours, let your organic reach go, post it in the morning, let your organic reach hit it, 24 hours, boost it.
Yep.
Boost it. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's smart, but most people just don't have the knowledge. You need to have the knowledge. Most people are paying for plays because you want to be neighborhood rich. Go ahead, be neighborhood rich. I'm trying to be world rich. I'm trying to be generational wealth rich. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm trying to be, I don't want my kids to have to stress about shit. Just go live and be happy. You know what I'm saying? Fuck up. Make some mistakes.
This shit worldwide.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Do right.
So like as an artist, like when you're done and over, you're like, yo, I'm not making another song. I made a Justin Bieber, not make none. Just like what do you want your legacy to be?
I want to be known as the most solid man to ever walk this earth.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I've done some shit in my past, and I will say that. Who hasn't? You know what I mean? But becoming a father changed my life a lot. I mean, don't test my gangster. I was just smacking shit out of somebody. Don't give, you know what I mean? But I'm a lot more pushed back. I'm a lot more simple now. If I had to put a word to it, I'm a lot more simple.
For your wrongs
I don't care about my past. My past is my past. If you judge me about my past, then you're not meant to be in my future. So let's talk about it. I'm ready to move on, and I have. So that's just where I'm at.
Just growth. Learn from your mistakes.
I want people to know that. You know what I'm saying? Jax, I want people to say, whenever people say Jax, I want them to be like, yeah, he's the most solid dude I've ever met. Anything he said he's done. And I will. If I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm not gonna waste my breath. If I can't, I can't. But I ain't gonna I ain't gonna tell you no wolf story and tell you I can.
Right.
What's that gonna do for us? I'm gonna look like a dumbass. I'm gonna look like a liar, and you're gonna be hurt. So we're all gonna be screwed.
Yeah. Now, one question, because we're in a digital age, we're in a streaming age. I mean, shit, the biggest people on earth. Like you go on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, you're gonna see a I Show Speed, a Kai Cenat,
Aiden Ross.
You're gonna see that. Yeah. I mean, one of the things is this something you thought about? So, I mean, one thing that's viral right now is DDG and DaBaby, the song that they dropped, Motion. Yeah. So, I mean, but he was showing it on Twitch stream, or it was Twitch or Kick, but he was showing Twitch it playing it with DaBaby there. Yeah. So it was a promotion thing.
Well, he had to. Let's be honest. DDG's part is butt. But DaBaby did slide on it, so he saved the day. Tough. Yeah. Having that marketing was smart.
Yeah. So is that like something you think about doing? Like, hey, I'm gonna set up a stream setup, and then maybe in the stew. And
I'm always down to have like somebody come, because networking is huge. I'm always down to have someone who already does it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to learn no one else's shit, but I'm always down to do something. So if I want to do it, I'm always down to reach out and be like, look, let's set up this thing in the studio so we can, do like a little blog on this, or a little reel on this, or a little whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can call you guys and we can do that. I'm always down. Right now I'm looking for a country artist. I'm trying to make a song with a fire ass, you know what I'm saying, Chase Matthews. Yeah. I need it. I'm telling you, bro.
And that's actually ingenious. Like you said, I'm staying in my role. I'm doing my thing, because the time you spend, and that's why we at first, for the first 8 or 9 episodes, I edited everything. Yeah. And I just realized how much time it took away from being able to go out and like network, do other things, like start working on, building other platforms up and stuff like that, and doing content schedules and stuff. Yeah. And you're just like, damn, dude, like I only have so many hours in the day to like try to get some of the stuff done. So like you just like branch that out, and so we found an editor, so we have a publicist, we have different people that we're gonna reach out, and delegate those things to, versus trying to do it all, because you're gonna save yourself more time, and you can work on your niche, and then 2, you might realize that somebody else is a wizard at doing that, and then you're like, damn, like okay, this person's really got it.
Do it too. Give him 10 minutes.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
Yep, exactly. That's actually really smart.
Saved a ton of time, with reaching out and getting editors and stuff. And then one of our, our first 2 pods, that's what we're talking about, is like, trying to find people who wanted to buy in and do like that type of stuff to give us time, release more time so we can do other things, like, trying to find the next person.
Yep.
So,
it's all about having a team.
Yep. And we got a lot of stuff planned over the next 2 to 3 months, especially with summer hitting. Weather gets nice. You just want to be outside. And so we're going to be tapping back into the vlogs that we haven't actually done anything with since Halloween. But we're going to a MMA fight with one of our boys, AJ Fry. He's fighting up for a title. He's fighting for the title up in Charlotte in June. And then we're going up to see our cousin's husband, who obviously the barber, like I was telling you off camera. They're having their baby, and then we're gonna go up there, get cuts from him, get him on the pod. It's gonna be a whole vlog thing. And
tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So we got a lot of stuff planned over the summer.
We all ready for this 95-degree weather.
Yeah,
if he's fire,
for sure.
I'll get my hair cut while y'all do it.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
let me know.
And I mean, if you guys we'd love to have you back on too. And so do you have a studio locally that you go to?
Yeah, it's in Wilmington. It's off of Castle Street. It's called TPMG, True Productions Music Group. It's literally right next door to a barbershop. Shout out Hollywood. That's where I go. Yeah, Hollywood. Shout out Hollywood. Shout out Ty Breezy. Shout out TPMG. They're definitely the family. When it comes to music, the vibes are unmatched. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And depending on when y'all are watching this, we're gonna have TPMG on as well in the pod. So y'all might have their episode and just click on our profile, and you might see theirs. And if not, it will be coming soon. So
yeah, because we're now like one of our main things, and like you said, we're going to Charlotte. So we're looking to pack stuff up, get a different scenery. Of when people are watching this on YouTube and TikToks and stuff is we want different scenery, different settings. Yeah. And just to be able to go to your space, stuff like that. So
absolutely.
I'm
podcast in the studio.
I was about to say, we might
talk.
I'm gonna have an office room here soon. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I have it all set up. I have one now, but I'm about to get a house. I ain't about to keep setting it up.
That's 10 minutes down the road.
I know.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be awesome because I feel like that's going to be something that kind of builds like a unique intrinsic value to every single episode. It's like, damn, what's the backdrop going to look like? What's the angles going to look like? The aesthetic and stuff. Like we're talking to a donut shop that just came out. They have a location on Racine. They have a location in Southport, Little Bitty. And I swear they're fire because they cook it fresh and stuff like that. We went there, me and Sarah, the girl you met that does like marketing, networking and stuff for us. Like we end up going there after a mall Thursday, 2 weeks ago. And it was just so good. I was like, damn, these donuts are hitting. Like they were fire. Yeah. And so I talked to the husband and wife own the one on Racine, and we're probably going to do a pod like in their like shop. Yeah, because they have like this nice little like neon light and stuff like right there and like a little like lounging area to the right as soon as you walk in. It's a really good aesthetic. I could like just see that and I'm like, that's gonna be
donuts in the middle.
Bro, it's all about dope shit. Like I be saying some corny shit in my music sometimes, but it's fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. The backdrop.
But all right, guys. Again, 22 Jacks and Zach. All right, guys.
Yep, guys, appreciate it, and make sure you tune in for more content coming soon. Thank you.